On today's episode of Days of Our Lives, Kayla and Kate receive alarming test results, and Kristen learns Brady is on the phone with Eric, who receives a makeover from Rachel and Sloane, turning her concern into wrath. After receiving a hot stone massage, Marlena goes back to her Salem Inn room. John relays Brady's advice to extend their stay from the bed. John also mentions that Stefan's indoctrination led to Kristen's incarceration. Marlena wonders why they've been told to keep away after reflecting on her motivations and recapping Brady's predicament. While they are on their vacay, John may not know being alone is not really difficult. Perhaps they might use their time together productively, John says as he bounces the bed. John sneezes into her massage oils as they kiss in bed. They chuckle as she takes out an aphrodisian paradise serum she purchased from the spa. Marlena is curious to know if it lives up to its reputation. Later, as John tells her it's time to go home and assist Brady, Marlena collapses into his arms. She sighs, back to the real world. The sleazy lawyer reluctantly assists Eric in getting breakfast for Rachel at Sloane's, but the young child only wants to return home. She can't, Eric says, because both of her parents are ill. That indicates to Rachel that they had a midnight kiss. Rachel is sent to the kitchen by Sloane, who snarks at Eric for forcing her to monitor a stolen child. Eric swears to make amends to her. He needs to come up with a new strategy if she wants this to end today. Brady tries to calm a tense Kristen down at John and Marlena's. Why is he not more upset, she wonders. He makes up the story that John is handling the investigation while he's just trying to stay calm. She sobs and collapses into his arms. Kristen questions whether Rachel was taken in retaliation for her. Sarah is her first prime suspect, of course with Xander's assistance. Brady stops her as she approaches the door and says he will make some calls. She is sent to her room to rest, and he then takes out his phone. Returning to Sloane's living room, Rachel requests permission to phone her parents. She will soon, Eric assures her. Rachel is sent by Sloane to her room to select makeup for a makeover. Sloane compliments Eric and says he's lucky she's so drawn to him. If not, she would have reported him by now. Brady calls Eric, who relays Kristen is at her most desperate, so they should make their demand now. Eric is in agreement with you. Brady concerns to Eric that once the abductor requests the orchid, Kristen will discover he is responsible for Rachel's abduction. He advises Eric that he needs to wait for the appropriate time to surprise Kristen as she approaches him. I suppose you just did, she says with a stern frown. Angry, Brady hangs up the phone. What exactly did he do with her daughter? Questions Kristen. Brady stoically assures her that Rachel is all right, but that he won't reveal her location until she returns the flower. Kristen blows up. After this, no judge will grant him custody. Brady threatens to cut off contact with Rachel if she doesn't turn over the orchid. She responds that unless he returns Rachel to her, she'll let the ladies perish. He sternly reiterates his threat. She gives in. Rachel proudly displays her transformation to her uncle Eric at Sloane's house. She says Sloane told him it was his turn. Sloane later enjoys applying blush, eye makeup, and lipstick to his face while wearing clips in his hair. As she expresses excitement over her parents' impending nuptials, Rachel writes a lipstick love on his arm. Sloane orders her out of the room and chastises Eric for putting Rachel in such a difficult situation. If it saves his mother's life and frees Brady from Kristen's control, according to Eric, it will be worthwhile. A surprised Rex walks in while Rex and Kate, from New Year's Eve, are having breakfast at the pub. She informs her son that she will be seeing Lucas this afternoon. Rex would adore to follow her, but he is responsible for her test results. When Kate examines them, she finds that her levels are once more off. He wants to conduct experiments on Kayla and Marlena to determine if the outcomes are the same. Once inside, Steve and Kayla discover that perhaps one injection of the serum wasn't sufficient. Kayla offers to have her tests performed right now. They won't stress Marlena unnecessarily and will allow her to spend more time with John. Kate visits Lucas after Rex and Kayla have departed for the hospital. Steve and Roman are now on their own to worry about their wives. Steve makes a hasty trip to the hospital after Kayla calls to inform him that the results will be available soon. In case she may be out of commission, Kayla is discovered working to catch up on her workload. He questions whether she truly wants to spend her time doing that. She steps into his arms as she retreats from the cluster of nurses. When Rex comes back, Kayla's test results have the same anomalies that Kate's did. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our channel, Daily Bulletin News, and stay with us.